folks, it's Simon here. How is everybody doing? It's Friday. Does it seem 5 minutes ago actually since I sat here last Friday and we looked at the Unicorn Tarot together, and it just so happens quite accidentally really that I received this today. Otherwise I didn't really have plans to come on, but it's always lovely for me anyway to get home on a Friday and play with my cards. So a bit of a story. I just realised that's probably really loud. I should open this up properly and then come back, but we're nearly there now. Last Saturday, Sandra came with her brother just for a couple of hours, and while she was here on the visit, I gifted her some decks, a new deck, and then there was a couple of decks that I'd got surplus of or didn't want anymore, and I asked Sandra if she wanted them, which she did. And then Sandra, being Sandra, insisted that she gifted me a deck, and I told her there was really no need, but she said she would feel better doing it. So she asked me to share the wish list, my wish list, and she chose something off the wish list. Now this one I know is just something extra that she's put in from the Total Tarot magazines, because Sandra doesn't read Marseille. So she says, whilst I'm packaging you this up, would you like it? Because she didn't want to keep it. So I was like, yeah, I'll take a look at it and see what it's like. So as you can see, it's by Total Tarot, also by Lo Scarabeo. But yeah, I like Marseille decks, so that's what she did. Let's take this out. Well, that feels like a chunky beast. I won't read the note. She just says she hopes that I enjoy both decks, and she's pleased that she's able to give something. So that's a really nice little note. So thank you, Sandra. So the deck that she has gifted me. Oh wow! Look how this is packaged. This was a deck that I saw on Marty's channel. I think he showed it in a live, and that might be where Sandra's probably seen me saying that I liked it. Or you can see the title anyway. And you'll see it because it's on the title of this video. So it's the Wandering Moon Tarot. And it is beautiful. From what I saw on Marty's channel, the artwork is just stunning. I really like it. It's done with dot art. It is black and white, and I know that not everybody likes black and white artwork, but I do. So it says the Wandering Moon Tarot on all sides. Rachel Jean is the artist. So let's go in through the cellophane. Oh, it's a rose petal finish. The box is rose petal, which is always nice. This feels like a really nice quality deck. Beautiful. It's a 2-part box, as you can see here. So it's see here. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at the insides. This is like those, I've got a game on my iPad, I downloaded it because it's really relaxing. It's called Osmosis, where you've got these little spheres, and if you don't consume the others, then something bigger will consume you. But it's got this really nice, relaxing music as well, and it's so slow and gentle. Look at the detail here. We've got this kind of mirrored, I hope it's picking up on the camera, it's like little mirrored stars on the side of the box. Very sturdy, and as I said, it's got this nice finish to it, the rose petal finish. We get a book, also has this And these are like the coloured, what do you call it, like an iridescence. Really beautiful. It's a nice little book. See how many pages it is. 189 pages. So there's a page for each of the cards, and we get some upright and reversed meanings. Do we get that for each of them? 10 of moods. A page has an upright and a reversed, but I wonder if it's just the quartz then that has an upright. And this is strange, because it's got 2 of moons and you get your right up. Then the 3 of moons, there's an upright and reversed, but the 2 doesn't. I'm not quite sure. Oh, I see. I don't know. So it starts here. We've got 2 of moons, for example, and then the upright and reverse, and then it carries on over to the other side, the 2 of moons artwork. So it describes the artwork. If I'd read that, I would have seen that, wouldn't I? 2 moons can be seen together, sharing the same gravitational force. So yeah, so it describes what you're seeing in the scene. So that's really nice. I like that. So it looks like we might have additional cards, and I'm forgetting from what Marty showed. So we finished with the world, but then we have the Wanderer. Or is that the Fool coming at the end? Let's see if we have a Fool as well. I think we do have a Fool from what I remember. There's a bit here about spreads. The Fool, yeah. So then we have the Wanderer. We have the New Moon. Quite a bit about these. The Full Moon. And then we go into the Minor Arcana. So, yeah, quite a nice little book. Just enough information. So let's have a look at the contents. About the Wandering Moon Tarot, using the deck and guidebook, how to use the deck and guidebook, tarot spreads, major, minor. So we have wands, moons, swords, and stars. So moons and stars instead of cups and, no, it said earth then, cups and coins, or cups and pentacles. So we've got our wands and swords. So I'd imagine moons is to do with our emotions and things. So I'd imagine that's the cups, and the stars, we are of the stars, aren't we? So I would think that stars is pentacles. Let's see if it tells you. Ace of stars. Financial beginnings. So yeah, that will be our pentacle suit. So let's have a look at the cards. Oh, wow. It's funny, isn't it? When you watch someone's walkthrough, you say, yeah, I like that, I'm going to add it to my list. And then you tend to forget about just how beautiful they are until you get it yourself. So take off the plastic band. This is a nice thick deck. As you can see, it's a very chunky deck. Cardstock is, I would say, maybe 380, 400 GSM. This is the back, which is in keeping with the box design as well. So I like that. Oh, the back, sorry, I just twisted it and I got this flash of colour. So it's kind of like an oil slick, you know, where you get those. I'm not sure if this is picking up on camera or not, but they are like little mirrors reflecting light as you twist them. They're really beautiful. All right, so standard tarot size. I would say it looks pretty standard tarot size. Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of MPC, US Games tarot size. Oh, they feel amazing. It has a beautiful matte cardstock. That's really nice. If anybody's got, what's it called? The New Choice Tarot de Marseille. It's kind of like that. It has that nice kind of soft buttery feel. Gorgeous. Look at that fall. Taking a leap of faith there. Wow. So as you can see by the artwork, which I was talking about, it's got this kind of little dot-in effect, which I really like. This is how this tattoo actually was created, which has the elements here, including spirit. That was done by dot work because I wanted the kind of rough, sketchy look as if it's just been drawn on, rather than a perfect circle, etc. But oh, it's gorgeous. I like the font as well. Really like the font. I'm glad the font is different to the one in the book, because I found the one in the book, with it all being in capitals, quite difficult. But not so much once, you know, you sit and concentrate and attune yourself to it. But I like this. It just looks like it's nicely handwritten on the card. Okay, so what I'm going to do, as always, is I'm going to zoom in. We'll have a flip through the cards, and then I'll come back at the end and share my thoughts with you. Oh my gosh, there is some stunning cards in this deck. First impressions, having seen it, you know, like I say, I've seen it on Marty's channel, but first time having it in my hands and seeing it, I just think it is gorgeous. I've said many times that decks that I kind of want to bring into my collection now need to just be an additional voice.
I don't know that.
I don't know why my Alexa's just started speaking to me. Apologies. Yeah, I want it to be an additional voice. Bring me something new, and this deck does that. So there's an additional card as well as the other additional major arcana cards. This is obviously just an artist card, not just an artist card, but it's signed here, so beautiful. So I'll pop that in the box, and we'll just have a quick look again at these cards, and I'll just offer some thoughts. Love the Fool. I think that Fool is such a stunning card. That's a real leap of faith here, isn't it? You know, just like the Fool going out on a journey, carefree, just seizing the moment and just taking that leap of faith that you're going to go where you need to go. Your journey will take you where you need to, the things you need to experience and arrive at the place you need to arrive at. I really like the Magician. You can see the tattoos here of the cups, wands, swords, and, well, we've got a star here, but it's the pentacle because it's a pentagram here, not in the pentacle form. But and then we've got the elements represented here as well, which I really liked. So yeah, and there's lots of hands in this deck. High Priestess is just stunning. What I like about this deck is its simplicity. There's lots of the symbols, like the cross keys, that we would be used to seeing in the traditional tarot, and certainly in the RWS with a lot of the majors. But when it gets to the minors, it's kind of doing its own thing, particularly with cups changing to moons and stars from pentacles. It's a little bit pippish, so if you don't like pip decks, you might not like this, but there's enough for me to go on, and the guidebook looks like it's going to be really useful as well. The Empress here, so we have the female symbol for female, but we also have the astrological association, so we've got Libra, the scales. Oh, I love that Emperor. Look at these I always want to say horns, but horns isn't the right, neither is antler. What do they call them? What rams have? It escapes me. And then we've got the Ankh here, we've got the crown, the Hierophant, the 3 crowns, and then you've got the cross keys, and we've got the crescent moons. I love this key design. It's really clever. The Lovers is beautiful. We've got these 2 hearts that are joined, you know, they're conjoined. And that's really about, you know, this coming together, 2 hearts, just beautiful. Again, we've got astrological associations within the deck. Chariot is clever, the hands, bit black and white. We get the 4 stages of the moon, waxing and waning. Justice almost feels like it's suspended in midair. This Hermit card, I mean, just look how gorgeous that is. I just think that is so beautiful. It's similar when we get to the Wanderer as well. Let's just find the Wanderer. I think it's after the moon cards. Kind of like a close-up version. But for the Hermit, I love it. You know, this is me as a hermit. This is where I'm at my happiest. Sitting on a high point, looking out over the vista, and especially the night sky with all these stars and just a little lantern, the hermit's lantern there, really is gorgeous. We have the Ouroboros for the Wheel of Fortune. Strength is really beautiful. I love that. We've almost got that sort of magnetic force. Let's see what the book says, because we haven't looked at the book yet either. So let's see, because it describes the artwork. So for strength, oh, I'm so far ahead of it. One second. I'm struggling to find strength because it goes from the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, which was the last card, and then it goes to Justice. So unless it's at 8, and the good thing is these cards aren't numbered, so yes, it is Strength. So it's been placed in the position of the Justice card, but in the book it comes in at key 8. So the artwork for Strength, 2 parallel hands help to guide a single infinity symbol as it travels through the cosmos. The infinity symbol is without beginning or end. It represents the seamless and timeless span of your higher self. The palms of each hand are facing the symbol, receptive of its glittering and glowing energy, whilst also providing the shining infinite with the strength it needs to support your forever expanding self-awareness and self-mastery. So there you go. We have the Hanged Man. I really like this. It reminds me of the film It's a Wonderful Life, George Lassou's The Moon. Death is very simple. It's the skull, the skeletal skull. We have Temperance here. The Devil is the upturned pentagram, the horns. The Tower is this crystal obelisk, and crystals play a big part in this deck, particularly when we get to the wand suit, if you noticed. The Star, simple, beautiful. The Moon, again, the 2 towers here are the crystal. It actually reminds me of my favourite crystal, my favourite quartz, in its shape. The Sun, I really like this Sun card. We've got this wall, this brick wall that's been smashed through to reveal the beautiful, glorious, warm heat and light that will, you know, just come flooding through this wall. You know, sometimes when we get to the Sun card, having, you know, travelled down that dark tunnel with the light at the end of the star, and then, you know, the mystery and illusions of the Moon, to finally be greeted with the star, well, it is a star, the ultimate star for us. The Sun, you know, when we smash through that wall that's put up in front of us, and then we can bask in its glory. Judgment and the World. And then we have the additional moon cards. So we have the new moon. I really like this. There's the lock here on the hand. And then when we get to the full moon, the lock is here on the full moon. So we have the new moon and full moon. And then the other additional card, making this an 81 card deck, is the Wanderer. Okay, so I'm not going to say a lot more really about the minors. They, like I said, other than they kind of do their own thing. So we have the Ace of Moons, the Two of Moons. So remember, the moons are the cups. Okay, so the emotional energy. Although I was a little bit confused, because when we got to the stars, the 3 of stars, we're seeing these 3 hands together, kind of reminded me of the RWS version of the Three of Cups, with the three maidens in joyous celebration. So I was like, oh, have I got them the wrong way around? But I checked the guidebook, and it is, the moons is cups. And, you know, as I say, it's kind of doing its own thing. Be interesting to put the courts down together, actually, because I noticed when I was going through, when it got to the knights all have feathers. So let's just yeah, they've got very similar designs for each of the, oops, camera must be wonky because that was straight on my table. Where are we? So yeah, we can see that we've got this kind of floral design going around, wrapping around each of the representation for the suit there for the page. And then when it comes to the knights, as you can see here, we have feathers associated with the knights. Oh, I've jumped one. I shouldn't perhaps do this because I tend to get all over the place. But you guys know me well enough by now to know what I'm like. Because yeah, now I can't find my swords. Oh, I can. No, I've gone from 10 to Queen, King. Knight, there we go. So again, very similar, but instead of the floral, we've got the flowers. And then when it comes to our queen, we've got this hand. We get the elemental symbol. Let's find the other queens. Queen of Stars. I don't know why I'm not in order anymore. Queen of Wands and Queen of Swords. Okay, so it's different hands. And with the kings, it looks like we've got crowns, different crowns. Queen of Stars and King of Wands. So they're quite nice, and I think it helps to see them like this, so you can see the uniformity between them. So I'm out of, I think I'm out of kilter now, but I've done the walkthrough as well. I love that for the Two of Swords. Three of Swords is quite traditional with the swords piercing the heart. Love this card. And the 6. Oh, and I know we're not there yet, but I love the Ten of Stars. How beautiful is that? So Stars is the Pentacles, the Earth suit, and the 10 of Pentacles that we're used to seeing is kind of like a family unit. So 9 of Swords, the Nightmare card. So there are nods there. I particularly like the 10 of Swords, actually. I think this is quite an interesting 10 of Swords. You know, rather than seeing somebody impaled on the ground, we see this long and arduous path to the top of this mountain, and the person is there at the top. And it gives you hope, doesn't it? You know, it might be a long journey, it might be arduous, it might be difficult to get through, but once you're there, just like in the RWS, you know, 10 of Swords, you can see that daybreak coming, you know, and the night is at its darkest before the dawn. But here, when you get to the top, the journey is worth it. It's just the journey that gets you there. that can be difficult. So yeah, absolutely beautiful. Very, as we say, very unique, but that's a tautology. It's unique, certainly unique. And I'm looking forward to working with it and reading more about the artist's, you know, interpretation for the cards. So yeah. So thank you, Sandra, for sending this. You really didn't need to, but it's very, very kind of you, and I'm thrilled to have it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you've got this deck and how you find working with it. And yeah, just let me know your thoughts generally in the comments below. I'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Saturday. It's just me for a Cuppa Catrapon cards. So hopefully you'll be able to join me live tomorrow here in the Hermit's Cave. Thanks for watching, everyone, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.